Abusia Aya Solomon Owusu, yes, say the name said no or you once a member of the MPP. And I just say could join a could be a friend of a movement for change. Then led by Papa. Alan could you chairman things see movement for change Abedani a year United Party. Yeah, communication officer and the SOM so about Monty about bidding Komobi, Nabusia, and then Commoner Wedino, I know Eddie, Power really and someone. Now said, no, maybe a course, so I buy a Yamami, a Sedina Tamakloe, former Maslock CEO. Ocha, Abraham Mino, a war a power, no, Nasama Mino, a decent and Juma Dino. 350 buses, you are almost a procure, say, almost about a year or my Ghana Muna, Sassicano, and Yama minimum and a year payment. Name of Kofukobi. When a yes, our payment, no. And to say, you'll be a young corner could be such uncle for Nobusia. Where dear Mamma Cassa, one Mamma Cassa, and yet until why more? And a Sassica, 350 buses, Sika, a could or more. My mona says, come, a could or more. Abusia, so one who's a gemre. Where baby and someone a yin some idea appear, and then some of our cannon, and what's in now. Abusia, we best show, who say yes, MPPD, in fact. Or mobile somebody to my part at the aboa, a yo, my gun, and that's why a bear media get your vessel. I say, any day on the channel is why vessel, so subscribe like no about social for President and you be a young corner would see a yes, Solomon also 250 buses linked to a yammy, a yes, Sedina Tamakloe, and some MPP gurus are Sicano, or Chira Kodi or more young court, Nayansi, Ebra Cecia, in a mass.
All right, so the use of Sedina Tamakloe's case, and you asked a very instructive question, and I thought he would have done justice to it. He asked you a simple question. Have you read the judgment? He said it is a new mantra in town that when you talk about Sedina, they tell you, have you read the judgment? You don't need a visa to get the access to the judgment and read to make an informed decision. Rather than to go on this roller coaster, and I'm so disappointed in him this morning.
No, I'm surprised.
You understand? Because if he had read the judgment, if I were to even ask him the charges that were preferred against Sedina Tamakloe, I'm not sure you will be able to
say he hasn't read it also.
No, he said.
Have I told you that?
Oh, have you read it?
Have I told you that?
No, have you read it?
I owe you that.
No, but have you read it?
I owe you an answer.
So if you have read it, that even makes the matter dangerous.
So what he says and told me actually well here was that the response from government functionaries and those who are pro the judgment
have you read the judgment? I have defended the judgment, the Court of Appeal judgment.
Why?
Based on what I have read. So if you box all of this together and you have not had the benefit of reading the judgment, then on what basis
he has read it?
Have I told you that? You have read it.
Have I told you that?
So now if you have read it, let's go into the Sedina judgment. Here was Sedina, who was accused by the state that she procured, in fact, Maslock through Sedina, procured 350 vehicles meant for GPRT.
Okay, now we'll do both.
You understand?
You also talk about the 500,000 in the polythene bag.
I am coming there.
Good.
I will take one after the other.
Good.
Now these 350 vehicles, Maslock through Sedina signed the contract on the 6th of December 2016. NDC lost power in 2017. In fact, the 7th December election, NDC lost. Now the MPP took over, and then Maslock through Stika renegotiated with Makutus and then paid for these cars through the finance ministry. So Sedina, who did not pay, who did not have any access to payment, how on earth would you Zato come and sit here and say that because the state prosecutors went to court and accused Sedina should be behind bars? Is that how you want to do your analysis?
Good. Now let's talk about the 500,000.
Now I'm coming. Okay. Don't go. No, now this morning I am calling on this administration to open an inquiry into the entire 350 vehicles. So the vehicles were meant for GPRQ.
Is it for? Are you calling for retrial or just that?
Everything. Good. The vehicles were meant for the GPRQ. 350. 150 of them was Chevy Aveo, and the 100 was Chevy Sparklight. They shared the Chevy Aveo and the Sparklight to their party cronies.
Which people?
MPP.
Okay. So it was done post 2016, 17.
Where Sedina was nowhere near power, and you are here sitting here pontificating without even reading the judgment.
But I've also, okay.
Now I come to the 500,000.
It's 10.
I come to the 500,000.
Because he invited me to the conversation.
No, you have your 10.
Are you declining it?
Please, when he stopped,
The 500,000 that you are talking about is also based on their propaganda.
No.
Now,
According to
Obatampa.
Yes.
Obatampa's board
It was
chair.
received a bachelor total.
Obatampa's board chair said Esiedu Obuje, who himself was being investigated then on the 18 million prosecuted 18 million cedis on national service thievery, claims that he went for 500,000 and put it in his car and drove all the way from Ejura to Batola Tota and handed the money to Sedina Tamakloe. Now, when he handed the money to Sedina Tamakloe, he took pen and paper in Sedina's car and wrote all the denominations that the monies were made of. That 50 cedi denomination, 200,000 cedis, 20 cedi denomination, 200,000, 50, 10, 100,000, but yet failed to write an acknowledgement receipt for Sedina to sign to acknowledge the receipt of that money. Now, he claims that some days later, they went to Sedina's office under the instruction of Sedina to go and pick a receipt which was given to them by a supposed secretary. Sedina assigned. Sedina Tamakloe denied this allegation flatly at EOCO. So it becomes Obuje's word or Obatampa's word against that of Sedina. Now guess what happened again? Those that were claiming that they have paid Maslock through Sedina cash, Sedina calls Maslock in 2015. This money matter took place in 2014. In 2015, Sedina wrote to Obatampa to pay the interest on the loan. So if you are the one, the person that you are accused of having taken the money is the same person writing to you that you always come and pay us. If you put one and one together, would you still go on this tangent?
And you're saying the prosecution that's supposed to prove?
Absolutely. And here they could not show. When Obatampa, they were asked that when Sedina wrote to you, claim you gave the money to Sedina. When Sedina wrote to you that you should come and pay, what did you do? He said, oh, I sent a text message to Sedina. A WhatsApp message. Fair, it could stand the test of time. So show us where the text message is.
Allow him to.
Obuje could not answer.
And you're saying that's the crux of the matter.
Absolutely. Now what again? Sensitization and monitoring. They claim Sedina may supply 1.7 million because they were going to organize sensitization and monitoring for 85,300, and that each participant would take 20 cedi for TNT. None of these participants were asked in court, were called by even EOCO to find out whether or not this sensitization actually took place. None of the regional executive managers of Maslock were even brought to court. Yet, Stika and his MPP that were chasing 1 million decided to go and invest 2 million in organizing what? An audit report. A report that was not commissioned by Maslock was paid for by Maslock. What I'm saying is that if I would defend her to that is why when I was starting this morning, I made a clarion call that the judge that sat on the matter justice Efia Saribotwe must be investigated, because I've seen 4 additional cases that she convicted innocent souls. Kwame Amponsa and Obakare.
Please.
She nearly look. You see, this country.
Editorial policy not on this.
All right, I'll meet her on the other side. Don't worry. So what I'm saying is that.
No.
So I won't go there again.
So Zaki raised a very pertinent.
Yes. What?
And says that at the heart of the foundation of his argument is that we have reset and oral, and so if you say that you want to reset and then continue on a tangent of Operation Recover or Loot, then deal with yours first before you go.
What is he talking about? I am for going after anybody that has taken our money. Remember, on countless
already there's democratic attack.
I explained to you why they have to go on that attack, because their members have destroyed democracy. What I'm saying is that how many times did I not call for Sedina to come to this country for us to convict her or put her behind bars? In fact, when she came and then people were doing propaganda that she was not behind bars, some of us called out. But I will be the last person against my conscience to read such a judgment and say that judgment based on the shrimps and caprices. Sedina
must be his argument about oral and reset.
No, he doesn't like his own MPP members. I'm not sure Gift Owari will be happy with Zato. I'm not sure Miracles will be happy with him. I'm not sure Hanan will be happy with him. I'm not sure Mustafa Hamid will be happy with him. I'm not sure those people, you know the number of people that are SkyTrain, those people the number of people that have been visiting EOCO, if he knows and if he's in their shoes, he has never occupied any government position. So for him, if you have done anything, it is your own wahala. That is why he could say that. Other than that, you've been told by what is happening. Was it not only yesterday that Miracle's properties were freezed?
But that's EOCO.
That is EOCO.
Cover up for the fuel price hike.
Yeah. How can you cover? How would freezing an asset cover up for fuel price? How would freezing an asset cover? So you see, I believe that this must rather encourage this administration. That one of the key issues that will be used against your administration by the United Party, including the NPP, will be your inability to go after all those that have looted the state.
NDC appointees.
They have to, and they themselves. The same method that is being used against the MPP will be the same stick
that UP will use against them,
because
or even the MPP.
You have not been put in any position to go and loot. You have not been. You have not. Which of the NDC's constitution tells any appointee to go to office and go and loot? So if you are sitting here and your issue is that you are happy Ora is dead, when you know as a matter of fact that when they arrested Miracles, was he not the one who was sitting here and saying that even when Miracles was apprehended, they never allowed him to have access to the lawyer? He was complaining. The same person, when they are dealing with corruption, he has a problem. When they are taking their time, they have a problem. I would encourage this Attorney General not to follow the footsteps of Godfrey Dame, and that he must do a meticulous job. The mere fact that some of us are shouting that go after them, does not mean you go with any frivolous cases in court and then go and see any judge behind the scenes and get people incarcerated. If nobody has committed any offense, don't touch them. But those that have that, some of us know, do not. Have you forgotten about the 580 million cedis surcharge against the former Minister of Youth and Sports? It is in this report. I believe that in the coming days, recently at the Public Accounts Committee, I nearly vomited. That ECJ, I wonder why I have not heard the big being investigated. Have you heard it? That they do a budget of 31 million meant for training, which was approved by the board. At the end of the day, they spent to the tune of 91 million, 60 million in excess. That they say that they are going to cleaning services will cost them 2.8 million. They end up expending 10.4 million. I don't know whether they were cleaning Bed Khalifa. Then they say that they were going to engage consultants in the year to the tune of 40 million. They end up spending 58.6 million. Now they say their stakeholder engagements, you understand, will cost about 3 million. They end up spending 49 million. These are the issues that we are talking about. So I agree with you when you say that politicians are stealing and is the reason why people are learning from them. Then you are right, but you must not fall short of the fact that you look straight into your own political party called the New Patriotic Party and say your people are my people. You have disappointed this nation.
Let me make a quick clarification. It will be very important to make this clarification.
Okay.
Look, the topic that was tabled,
yes,
I think there's been a digress. The reason there's been a digress, and I want to put that to my brother Zato, is that, look,
you're attacking Zato.
I'm not attacking. Okay, it's not attacking. It's clarification. Look, we were given a topic to discuss, which
corruption.
is
his argument is that the foundation
he went
is reset
into the
corruption.
You see, when you go into political corruption, I have always said that politicians, we take a flag for things that we don't do. There are civil servants and technocrats, right? This report was done on technocrats and civil servants, where 87% of 51.6% gave 100 cedis or less. That's not political class that we are talking about. We are talking about civil servants and technocrats, where 70.9% gave money only once. When the table was made, they said that police maintained the top spot with 53.6%, with the police MTTD, then police general duties 37.6%, and Gapuha officials 26.8%. There is a report that is out that we are discussing, which deals with technocrats and civil service. where there is a report. So if we move into the conversation of political corruption, we've lost the conversation. My brother Zato decided to go on the political corruption. That is where he's talking about oral and all the things that the Auditor General points out. And I realized you see, and you change the conversation when you also ask Solomon a question. You reference the Auditor General. The Auditor General deals with the political class, which is there two different things. People stealing money from the state is different from what this report is dealing with. This report is dealing with people going about their normal business and people giving them money to induce them to do work. That is why I made a submission I made. And that's why I talked about culture. Okay? The minute you go into a political corruption, you've changed the conversation. And that's where my brother Zato said he disagrees with me because the tangent he went is different from the conversation.
Purely political corruption.
I was not talking about political corruption. So I thought we
need to situate it well.
Yes.
TK, how do we, the way we are undertaking this, making sure that we do it right, when we know that the public service and then public servants and then government being the biggest spender becomes the bankroller for whoever has whatever legal tender or purchasing power to be able to induce to stop this, so to speak?
Roland, unfortunately, I'll disagree with my senior brother here. Maybe I'll just agree to the fact that Dr. Zato has changed the topic, and I agree with that. But to say we go back to that topic, I think that train has departed. So we'll meet at the next train station. That train has departed, sadly. Dr. Zato started his first banter by saying that Alan was the one around whom the sitting near the president's
that was reaction. It's something.
Yes,
he said that. I didn't even listen to him.
He said it. Yes.
Okay, I have my time.
And that happened, unfortunately, under Nana Akufo-Addo. The government. No, I'll come.
Let's come back
now,
to the
when we heard of the Sisi Adapa. We cannot allow this to learn without responding to it. The Sisi Adapa thing unfortunately happened under Nana Akufo-Addo. You just mentioned right now one of them. When the Dubain, the one who was in the office of the vice president, the incident happened. It happened under Nana Akufo-Addo's government. When Dr. Baumia's the alleged stealing or sale of rice happened, it happened under his office. So we cannot today just appear to mean that corruption, as you try to let the world know.
It's a cultural issue.
No, he said he doesn't believe in cultural issue. I said cultural. My brother here said cultural. Dr. Zato does not believe in cultural issue. Indeed, the number of text messages I'm receiving, everybody keeps asking one question: did the corruption Dr. Zato is describing happen only between 2024 until today? No. Much as you try to let us be honest to the facts we propound. Now, you were saying that NDC brought in the alternative narrative. Maybe you didn't watch Gary Nimako on Newsfile on Saturday. Go look for that video on YouTube and you see the narrative from Gary Nimako. He accepted some of the things that this Court of Appeal gave. Again, let me tell you about Sedina. You were talking about the 500,000. I want to urge you, go look for the record of proceedings and read, not the judgment, record of proceedings. Look, the one, the Obuaje, when he was being cross-examined, he said that they brought money in 100 cedis and 200 cedis denomination. And he said the two of them took the money from the Ghana must go back.
We ain't somehow writing course watching on the soap, Mammy, and what's so demre. That's so what India don't be a million. Yeah,